Star Wars Return of the Jedi Kenner Catalogue. This is an original catalogue from 1983, 4, 5, one of those. I'm sure we'll find out as we go through. Front cover depicts a Jabba in his palace there with Ula and Salacious Crumb and one of his flunkies, one of his entourage back there. It's not a mint condition copy, isn't this? But I still felt it was worth us taking a little look through and see what we think of it. On the back there, it's got an application form for you to become a member of the official Star Wars fan club. Ooh, it does say 1983 there, so that answers that question, doesn't it, straight away? Okay, so let's turn the page over. Star Wars action figures. Now there are 79 Star Wars action figures, all ready to conquer and defend the galaxy. Featuring 14 new Star Wars action figures from the greatest movie blockbuster of them all, Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Watch for Wicket W. Warwick, Tebow, LOWBOT and Paplu. There's the diabolical character, the Emperor, and the human Rancor Keeper. Plus Klaatu, in Skiffguard outfit, Nikto, Prune Face, AT-AT Driver, B-Wing Pilot, and the infamous 8D8 Torture Droid. Not to mention favourites like Han Solo in Trenchcoat, Princess Leia in Combat Poncho, and many more. 79 action figures in all, including the favourites Darth Vader, C-3PO, R2-D2, and Chewbacca. And obviously there's been a little update here because it's 1984 as opposed to 83 like it said on the back. So these are the 14 new figures that was added to the range in 1984. And there you have the entire range at that time. Ooh. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So the only additions to the figures after this would have been the last 15. That's right, I said 15 because 2 of what you would consider the last 17 are actually in this wave right here. You see them? So that would be LOWBOT and Paplu. We only consider them the last 17 because these came out right at the end of this wave. But they were actually part of that wave. So, very, very cool. Gives you a full list there of all 79 by that time of the action figures. And then also new to the range, but not considered action figures, even though it does say action figures there, is Cy Snootles and the Rebo Band. It's Cy Snootles and the Rebo Band action figures, the hottest combo since the Cantina Creature Band, which obviously were never released as action figures in the original line. Cy Snootles and the band really kept things jumping in Jabba the Hutt's palace, and now all 3 action figures with their musical accessories are here. Cy Snootles, the lead singer with microphone, Droopy McCool, wind instrument player, and the one and only Max Rebo at the organ. All fully articulated and ready to play all night. See, that's really interesting, the fact that it just says Droopy McCool wind instrument player. I've never heard his I've never heard of his accessory being called a wind instrument. It's normally listed as a flute, which, well, you don't hold a flute like that, do you? You hold a flute sideways out of your mouth and you blow into it sideways. So one thing it isn't is a flute, and obviously it is a wind instrument, but I've never actually heard it termed a wind instrument. How cool. Another one. Max Rebo at the organ. Well, it's always been termed a piano, hasn't it? I know that you can make the argument that organs and pianos are similar, if not the same thing, but with how much vintage Star Wars collectors are sticklers for accuracies and, things being right, it's strange that you never hear them call it an organ. It's always a piano. Moving on. Oh, look at these collector cases. So the Vader had been around for quite some time, since the Star Wars run, I believe. 3PO had been around for a little while too. But this one was new. Obviously there's Chewbacca's bandolier there as well. But this one was a new one. Very nice. You don't see these about very often now. No. Star Wars laser rifle case. Brand new. This laser rifle has a telescopic sight. I dare say it doesn't actually work though. For tracking the enemy. It even has a compartment to store accessories and holds up to 17 Star Wars action figures. Action figures sold separately, ages 4 and up. C-3PO collector case. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Life size. I wouldn't say life size. Golden sculpting of the world's most popular droid. R2 might have something to say about that. C-3PO. The new C-3PO collector's case holds up to 40 Star Wars action figures plus accessories. Close it up and the hidden handle allows a child to carry C-3PO anywhere. Ages 4 and up. Chewbacca bandolier strap. Looks just like the ammunition strap owned by Chewie. Not quite, but I won't argue with you. It carries 10 action figures and has 2 pouches for accessories and secret messages. It can be worn over the shoulder or used to display your favourite figures. Action figures sold separately. Interesting that this one is not ages 4 and up. Darth Vader collector's case holds up to 31 action figures. In this highly detailed sculpture of the classic Star Wars villain. Standing 15 3/4 inches high, this collector's case also comes with 4-colour photography of all 79 Star Wars action figures. There's also a chamber to store action figure accessories. Snap case shut and hidden handle in the back makes a carry case. Action figures not included. And this one is ages 4 and up. Very nice. And then over on the other page, we got the Ewok Assault Catapult accessory, which is a new addition. Ewok Assault Catapult is new to the range. It's a working replica of the catapult used by the Ewoks against the Empire on Endor. This catapult can fire 2 plastic boulders, and there's even a special crank for controlling distance. What a way to knock out the Imperial forces. 2 boulders are included. Ewok Combat Glider Vehicle. Vehicle? Is it really a vehicle? I'm not convinced. I don't think I call that a vehicle, but we'll go with it. It's a bird. Not quite. It's a plane. It's certainly not. It's a realistic model of the same Ewok combat glider everyone remembers in the movie Star Wars Return of the Jedi. And just like in the movie, our combat glider features an adjustable harness for most action figures, not included, and an action lever designed to drop boulders on the enemy. 2 boulders are included. Action figure accessories. Made for realistic battle action play, starting with the vehicle maintenance energizer, used to repair ships damaged by enemy fire, comes with 8 hydro spanners, 2 hoses with suction cups, and a readout cylinder. Okay. The tripod cannon comes with energizer unit and hose, has movable tripods, and a cannon that turns and tilts. Wow, we had it all back in the day, didn't we? Mini rig vehicles. Here we are, these are the actual mini rigs, aren't they? We've got the Desert Sail Skiff, which is new to the line. The vehicle is a unique flying craft similar to the one used to carry Luke Skywalker to the Sarlacc pit. It features a revolving cockpit that holds 1 Star Wars action figure, rear movable fins, rotating laser cannon, and an adjustable sail. There's a manually operated gangplank so that any action figure can be fed to the ferocious Sarlacc. Also new to the range is the Endor Forest Ranger. This vehicle is designed for manoeuvring through the heavily wooded forests of Endor. Its unique gravity-controlled cockpit holds 1 Star Wars action figure, so even if you fly the Endor Forest Ranger upside down, the cockpit and the action figure you put inside it will always be the right side up. The Endor Forest Ranger also has manually operated landing gear and laser cannon wings that spin for spiraling firing action. ISP-6 provides fast transport for the Imperial forces to all their bases of operation. Its rear view window and movable wing cannons are indispensable against rebel attack. AST-5 is an awesome anti-gravity vehicle with movable laser cannons and used by the forces of Jabba the Hutt to guard his palace. Action figures are all sold separately. Patent pending. Now we've got a lovely image over here of the Y-Wing vehicle with Admiral Akbar sat inside it and R2-D2 with sensor scope there in the back. And an X-Wing here. Notice that it is actually grey and not white. It's the battle damage effect. And I'm guessing with that little discoloured part there, different colour part, this is the one with the LED at the front there that fires its lasers from the nose. And there's a Luke X-Wing inside it, piloting it. On the next page, we've got the Millennium Falcon with a couple of stormtroopers at the bottom of the ramp. And then you've got the new to the range TIE Interceptor vehicle with a TIE pilot hopping out of it and 2 Imperial Royal Guards, or Emperor's Royal Guards, standing guard. Also new to the range is the B-Wing fighter, right there on the very next page. No figures to illustrate that one. So, the TIE Interceptor vehicle. Look out, rebels, here comes one of the Empire's fastest fighter vehicles. This authentically designed TIE Interceptor has a hatch that opens to hold an Imperial Stormtrooper, or any other action figure from the Star Wars Return of the Jedi collection. Realistic battle action features include battery-operated laser cannon and sound. Press a button to eject the wings and simulate battle damage. Batteries not included. Action figures sold separately. Millennium Falcon vehicle features a battle alert sound, laser gun with turret chair which holds an action figure, a cockpit for 2 action figures, and a radar dish and an interior play environment with secret compartment. 2 C batteries not included. Assembly required, and action figures sold separately. B-Wing fighter vehicle. It's an authentic replica of the rebel vehicle that fought off the Empire ships in Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Our B-Wing fighter has a unique gravity-controlled cockpit, so even if you fly the B-Wing upside down, the cockpit and the action figure you put inside it will always be right side up. The B-Wing is well equipped for battle, with laser cannons and sounds. To operate the side wings, just turn one of the rear engine pods. You can even raise and lower the landing gear. Action figures sold separately. Patent pending. Oh, now this is a fan favourite, isn't it? How beautiful is that? The Imperial Shuttle vehicle. New to the line. Oh, what a piece. A grail to many is this one. With manually operated wings that can be raised and lowered, our Imperial Shuttle looks just like that of the Emperor's in Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Lower the movable loading ramp and recreate the Emperor's ominous arrival at the Death Star battle station. The cockpit is big enough to hold 2 action figures. Takeoff is easy because you control the retractable landing gear. Best of all, the side of the vehicle pops off for easy access to the interior of the Imperial Shuttle. Action figures sold separately, batteries not included. Beautiful piece though. Very, very nice. And over here we've got some pieces now that are very rare. The deluxe Ewok plush stuffed figures. They're not just plush teddies, they are stuffed figures. And they are new to the range. Now the Rebel Force's most lovable allies are a child's best friends. The deluxe Ewok plush collection are replicas of those roly-poly creatures from Endor. Kids will recognise them all. Wicket W. Warwick and Princess Nisa. Will kids really recognise Princess Nisa from Return of the Jedi? I'm an adult. I don't recognise Princess Nisa from Return of the Jedi. Oh well. Plus, new Paplu and Latara. Who? Each one of them is a huggable, 14-inch tall, and comes with his or her very own removable cloak. New 18-inch tall Zeffie comes with a removable pouch, so she can carry her Woklings, the baby Ewoks, on her back or front. There are 6 Woklings now. The new Gwig and Malani join Wiley and Nippet and Mookie and Leanie. They are 8 inches tall and soft and cuddly, but also durable enough to share a child's playtime escapades. Day after day after day. Sounds more like a threat to me. They're surface washable too. And why are so many of them that you do find now filthy? For boys and girls, ages 3 and up. And that brings us then to the last page at the back of the catalogue, which is not typically the things you would think of in regards to Kenner Star Wars toys. You've got the Star Wars colouring book, 64 pages filled with exciting scenes from Return of the Jedi. 2 different books for boys and girls ages 3 and up. You get the Star Wars Return of the Jedi Play-Doh set. Complete set includes modes to make detailed figures of Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia Organa, Jabba the Hutt, and 5 other characters. A playmat depicting the Jabba the Hutt castle, and a plastic vehicle from the new movie in which the characters can ride. I'm assuming that's referring to the skiff there. 3 6-ounce cans of Play-Doh, modelling compounds, and a roller. Oh, it's so exciting, isn't it? And then you get the Force lightsaber accessory. It has a long, sturdy plastic shaft and highly detailed base. Create different sounds by moving the Force lightsaber at various speeds. No batteries needed, and there's even a patent number. Biker Scout laser pistol accessory. These don't pop up very often, do they? In fact, none of these do, to be quite fair. Styled after the real weapons seen in Star Wars Return of the Jedi, this Biker Scout laser pistol features telescopic sights with a red filter and crosshairs for zeroing in on your target. A movable trigger and a pulsing laser sounds when fired. 2 C batteries are what's required. And then on the final page here, we've got what is essentially the advert for the official Star Wars fan club. Get involved, be a part of the Star Wars saga. Here's what you will receive with a year's membership in the official Star Wars fan club. A beautiful Return of the Jedi membership kit, especially prepared for official Star Wars fan club members. Exclusive Return of the Jedi battle scene colour poster. 6 8-inch by 10-inch colour photos of your favourite Star Wars characters. A Jedi logo patch. Cast and crew Yoda decal. A Jedi membership card. And a subscription to Bantha Tracks, the club's official newsletter. Read 4 issues throughout the year and get the inside scoop on the Star Wars saga and information on upcoming Lucasfilm Limited productions. And then you get to see the back cover, which we already have for the application. So that, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, aliens and droids, was the Star Wars Return of the Jedi Kenner Catalogue for 1984. If you like this video, or anything at all about it, remember to give it a big thumbs up. And subscribe to this channel if you want more of these kind of rubbish videos. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I will catch you again in the next one. Bye bye.